We actually had a question in the chat. They want to see like a little tour of all your gear.
Sure.
So maybe we could kind of do both of those things right now. I don't.
Are you doing the tour? So I don't have a lot of gear. I have this SSL X-Rack just loaded up with 8 compressors. Then I have the Transient Designer, which I love for kick and snare and toms. So I use, kick, snare, and then these are toms. Then the 550Bs I use for kick and snare. I have the Allen Smart, the C1 compressor, just as a mix compressor. The Hammer EQ I use on I have like a stereo guitar track.
Okay.
So I unfold all the guitars through one stereo channel, and I put those through a couple of the SSL compressors and the Hammer EQ, the A designs. Then on this side, I don't know if you can get to this side. This is where the fun side is. My bass rig is basically a TubeTech P1C and the DBX 160 for bass. And then this is my vocal chain. So I have 2 of them, which is, it's just all inward designs. I have the VacRack limiter, and then I have the EQ P2 500 series, just 2-band EQ for vocals. And I'll combine that with, obviously some plug-in stuff. Yeah. And then the only outboard effect I have is the Bricasti M7, which I love. Great. And then I use the Matrix, which is great. It's a really nice, clean, transparent template. I have 32 outs, but I only end up using about 20 of them. Yeah. So I'll route kick and snare. I'll have a stereo tom track, a stereo overhead / percussion hi-hat track. Rooms are on their own 2 tracks. So 8 tracks for drum unfolding. Then I have the bass track. Then I have like my track 10 is just like a solo track that I will use sometimes. Then I have like a stereo guitar track, stereo keyboard track, stereo backgrounds, and then 2 lead vocal tracks, like a vocal and then if there's a harmony. And that's how I'll sort of unfold the mix onto the Matrix. And it's great. What I liked about the Matrix was, number one, the inserts, just having 16 outboard inserts, having the analog side automation was really important to me.
Yeah.
And was the best way to work. I grew up working on large format consoles, so this was like the best way for me to have, and I always worked kind of hybrid, even when I worked on large format. It was the best way to have it, because I used to have the 8816, the Neve summing amp, but what I didn't like about it was, I didn't like the fact, I didn't want to go back in to Pro Tools to add inserts. I didn't want to do that double conversion. And I didn't like the fact that I didn't have, post automation, that I had to automate, because, you're automating inside, and then I had some of my gear on the output, and obviously that affects, all the signal chains get affected. If you have compression on the output and all that stuff, it would just really affect it was just handcuffing to me.
Yeah.
And this way I have the sort of both, best of both worlds.